Okay. I'm just gonna come right out and say it. Old people are super weird, and I think I finally figured out why. We are all products of the media that we consume when we're growing up. Whether it's cartoons, movies, books, you name it, those things influence us. We watch them, they take a root in our brain, and it kind of just, we turn into like some sort of weird concoction of all those stimulants. I feel like I sound like a crazy conspiracy theorist, but for the most part, that's pretty on brand for this video. Growing up, I was raised on shows like Teen Titans, Avatar: The Last Airbender, SpongeBob, Adventure Time, and for the most part, all of my friends were too, right? I really feel like if I walked outside right now, made an obscure SpongeBob reference, somebody outside is gonna get it.
Better listen to me, SpongeBob!
You like Krabby Patties, don't you, Squidward?
That's so scary. The point I'm trying to make is, in my opinion, those cartoons made sense. But old people cartoons are freaking weird, man. I can't even really describe it to you. You just have to watch it with me. We're gonna watch some old shows that maybe your parents were raised on, maybe your grandparents were raised on. We're talking shows like Lidsville, a show where a teenage kid falls into a giant hat. He wakes up and everybody's a hat, and the hats can walk and talk and sing. In the show, the characters are all harassed by some evil magician overlord who fell into a giant vat of glitter. I don't really understand it. We'll watch it. I'm talking shows like HR Puffin stuff, where all your best friends are giant scary puppets and your worst enemies are reject witch fashion models. These shows are weird. If you love these shows, I'm sorry, you're weird. Let's start with Lidsville. This ginger-haired mad scientist who looks like a school eraser is the main villain of the entire show, and that's the level of production quality we're about to dive into.
In the middle of a summer, in the middle of a park.
This already feels like a horror movie. Is that just me? It feels like a horror movie, right?
He had come to see the magic man along with all the children and
that was actually a pretty sick trick right there.
He performed all sorts of miracles, and Mark was so impressed that when the time arrived to go, he lagged behind the rest. Then quietly he did return the secret of the hat to learn, but everyone had gone away and darkness held a threat. The moment that he touched the hat, the room began to glow, and as he put it down and ran, the hat began to grow and grow and grow and grow and grow.
And that is 1970 visual effects, folks.
Began to grow and grow and grow and grow and grow. Woo! Stunned and he was fascinated, still he had to see there was something deep inside the hat. What could that something be? Then cautiously each step he took, he climbed upon the brim to look, and all at once the hat began to shake and rock. Look out! Falling, falling, into the head he fell, spinning, turning, whirling, twirling, down.
Oh my god, what are those things? Oh god, those are the characters of the show. I'm already shocked and maybe appalled, I don't know. So I actually looked this up. The intro to old cartoons are usually really long. If you watch something like SpongeBob or Teen Titans or Adventure Time, the intro songs that like set up the show are maybe 10, 15, 20 seconds long max. Some are even way shorter, but old cartoons, because there wasn't the internet yet, which is crazy. You couldn't DVR or record anything. You couldn't watch anything back. You couldn't look things up online. So they had to explain the entire premise of the entire show in the intro song every time.
Let me go! No, please! I didn't mean to peek in.
Oh god. So every single character other than our main character, I think his name was Mark, every other character in the show are hats. A cowboy hat, executioner's mask, I don't know what the other two are. Oh, a pirate's hat.
Where are you taking me? Who are you?
Avast there! The mighty hoodoo will deal with you, you spy!
Spy? I'm not a spy. I just wanted to look into the magician's hat.
Take him away!
Let's have a bite together.
No.
Oh, the other one's a vampire hat, because he said, "Bleh, let us go to the big hat." Bleh.
Ahoy inside! Open up! We've caught a spy!
I keep telling you I'm not a spy.
Shut up, spy!
Yo, you told him. I'm not a spy. Shut up.
Look! Here comes the boss!
Now you're going to get it, spy!
Oh no, he's at the bad guy's lair. These are bad hats. Oh, dude, I didn't even address this yet. Why hats? Who thought that hats was the most interesting locale for a cartoon? Hats are not that, I guess SpongeBob is a sponge.
That was a beautiful ending, boss. Yeah, right on. Yay!
Magic.
They'll regret the day that they ever... Who in haberdashery is that? He's a funny-looking weird freak we caught out by the Derby Dunes.
A spy! Oh, indeed! We'll get the real truth yet. Take it inside! Move!
Please, let me go.
Hi, gang.
No.
Hiya, boss! Hiya, boss! Welcome! Welcome!
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to you, dear boss.
That was...
Please, sir, you gotta believe me. I'm not a spy. I don't know any hat people.
Oh, you don't, Yo-Yo. Jake, the evil eye.
Right, boss. One evil eye coming up.
One evil eye coming up. Rah! Now, tune in downtown Lidsville.
I would much rather be there.
It's a whole city of hats.
Yes, isn't it? And I suppose you never saw those little weirdos before. Oh, well, I'm not buying, brat. I've wasted enough time on this little pipsqueak. I'll handle him later. Come forth! Come forth! I have a task for you, oh weenie vagini!
You summoned me, oh great charlatan! Oh, wise and magnificent despot! Oh, tyrannical and exalted Maharaja of magic!
Oh, shut up and stop drooling on my stats. I've got a task for you to do.
A task? Oh, rapture! Speak! What kind of wondrous task does my master ask of his weenie genie?
Was this show good? I don't understand why this show is very famous and very well known by old people. Is it just because they've never seen anything before? I'm at a loss for words.
It's got to be something really diabolical. Now, let me think.
Get in there, you spy, and the sooner you confess, the better off you'll be.
Why would anybody believe me? I'm not a spy. I'm just lost. Just want to get home.
Oh, come on, kid. Things ain't all that bad.
If I hadn't stayed looking at that stupid magician's hat, I wouldn't have fallen into this awful place. I'd be in the real world up there.
What real world? Up where?
Where I come from. Where my mother is, and my house, and all my friends.
You mean there really is such a place? Away from Lidsville?
Yes. Could you help me get there?
So basically the rest of the episode is they steal the ring to save the genie, they teleport away from the bad guy, the nice hats save their lives, and then when the bad guy comes to collect, they fight him off and he vows to get revenge on our main characters. This show is absolutely nuts. Do I really understand what's going on? No. Do I understand how they're gonna make another 20, 30 episodes of this, multiple seasons? Not a clue, because I feel like they kind of did everything in the first episode. That's Hollywood, baby.
That's no biz.
So, next show. The music in the show is a bop, though. I got a lot of energy now. I just took a break in between those two cuts and I ate like a whole chicken. So I'm feeling good. I'm sure that back in the day, Lidsville had a ton of appeal to a ton of different people. And I think it's because they didn't have animation. They didn't have real cartoons as we know them now. It was new for the time. But today, it makes me think that we should have protected our children in the 60s and 70s. Now I want to take a look at another show called HR Puff and Stuff. Oh God, this thing is also a nightmare.
HR Puff and Stuff. Can't do a little cause you can't do enough.
Here comes the whole huge theme song.
Today a boy in this magic golden flute heard a boat from off the bay.
Oh.
Come and play with me, Jimmy, come and play with me, and I will take...
Okay, so this boat is kidnapping a child, which is not great. He knows he's doing something wrong. I'm gonna get you.
The boat belonged to a kooky old witch who had in mind the flute to snitch.
From her broom broom in the skies, she watched her plans materialize. She waved her wand, the beautiful boat was gone. The skies grew dark, the sea grew rough, and the boat sailed on and on and on and on and on.
God, she is hot.
But Puff and Stuff was watching too.
So that must be HR Puff and Stuff, you know, as the name of the show is. I don't know what he is. I think he's just a puppet, but if you can figure out what he is, let me know.
He saw the witch's boat attack.
Oh, man overboard!
He called his rescue racer crew as often they'd rehearsed.
He's part lizard. He's a lizard tail. He's like a crocodile thing.
And off to save the boy they flew.
But who would get there first?
But now the boy had washed ashore. Puff arrived to save the day. Hey, straw, puff and stuff. Can't do a little 'cause you can't do enough.
These jingles are reaching. Again, that's like a 2-minute intro song for the show.
Hi, Jimmy. You all dried off, boy?
Yeah, thanks.
That is not the voice I expected him to have at all. He's like a southern man.
I want to thank you for saving my life.
And the kid's British? Why?
H.R. Puffin stuff. Mayor of Living Island. Terrific. I never met a mayor before. Pleased to meet you, sir.
Well, howdy.
Howdy, your mayorship.
Puffin stuff'll do.
Mr. Puffin stuff, why did that witch try to capture me? I don't even know her.
You must have something she wants, and she can be pretty grabby.
But I don't have anything she could possibly want.
Oh.
Jimmy, get me out of here.
What was that?
Well, in all the excitement, I forgot Freddy. This is my pal, Freddy. He's the only talking fruit in the world. Please, Jimmy.
I want to know how they did that.
Well, I'll be hornswoggled, a solid gold talking flute with a diamond skin condition. I'll bet you're what she's after.
Me? Oh, my, Jimmy. Let's get out of here.
We better go see Dr. Blinky.
Dr. Blinky.
He's a man of great knowledge. Also, head of my anti-smog pollution and witch committee.
Love that he's an environmentalist. Yo, sick boots. I used to have a pair of cowboy boots like that, and I got in a lot of trouble in the 4th grade because a kid made fun of my cowboy boots because I wore them every day, and then I kicked him in the shin so hard that he cried, and then I got detention for the first time. And that is a real story about me.
Well, even Dr. Blinky won't be able to help them now.
The vibe I'm getting is that the formula for these shows, you have a kid who gets lost in a magical world, who meets a bunch of crazy creatures who are nice, and then there's a bad, ugly person with not nice creatures, and that's the whole formula. Because she's just the lady version of the last guy. They would be such a good couple.
Excuse me, Dr. Blinky.
Oh!
I know you're very busy, but the witch is after.
Alright, this guy is sick. I like this guy.
What can I do for you?
Please, sir, the witch tricked us here to your island to steal Freddy, and we want to escape.
With this magic potion I'm brewing, it's guaranteed to protect you from the witch's spells, and it's just about ready.
Stupid bat! I want to talk to you. Stand right side up.
I am right side up. You're upside down.
Oh, never mind, you ding-a-ling. I want you to go out.
That was a great cut. That was really good, actually.
Forced to keep an eye open for Puffin Stuff and Jimmy.
The right, Chief, the right, Chief, the right, Chief. Say, which eye should I keep open, the right or the left?
Any questions, dummy? Now go!
I'm off.
Bro, I don't know how they're doing some of these effects. Like, how are they making him just... Is it cable work? He's just flying towards the screen. I gotta be honest, I thought the production quality was gonna be terrible. They're gonna be low effort. They're just gonna be bad across the board. But some parts of these shows are pretty good. The sets are pretty impressive. The costumes, the art design, it's really well done. I mean, just look at the castle on screen right now. It's a giant face. It looks great. It has a nose. Someone had to make that. They shouldn't have, but they did, and they did a good job with it.
Castle, castle on the moat. Who's the most beautiful witch afloat?
Not you all go.
Okay, this show's actually pretty funny. Not you, you uggo is savage. All right, HR Puffin Stuff is 10 times better than Lidsville, and I will die on that hill. Basically, the idea of the episode is they go find this crazy Dr. Owl guy who makes them immune to the witch's magic. They end up getting caught at one point, trapped in the witch's dungeon, and they escape by the power of flute, singing really loud and terribly, and friendship. And then the witch tries to get them, she fails, and she vows to get that flute one day. It's the classic story. It's exactly what you'd expect in a world filled with annoying, weird little puppets. Bizarre show. I don't really get it. It was kind of funny. These two shows aren't the only super weird cartoons from the 60s and 70s. There's a bunch more, like Sigmund and the Sea Monsters, which is basically about two brothers who find a sea monster monster who was thrown out of his sea monster family because he's not willing to be scary. Then there's the Boogaloos, which is basically a show about 4 teenagers who form a pop group, and they can fly around because their music is so magical, and there's like weird hippie character who envies them and chases them around. Doesn't make sense. I don't really understand why people are writing shows like this, but they do. I'll give credit where credit is due. These old shows did pave the way, and they let people be weird and creative. And I did grow up on some weird shows too. The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy, which is a show about 2 kids who literally hang out with death reincarnate, and they just make fun of and hurt people while death goes around killing everybody. That was a cartoon I grew up with, and now that I'm talking about it, I feel like that is kind of weird. I grew up with the show Courage the Cowardly Dog, which is literally like the most upsetting animation of all time. That could be its own video essay if we wanted to talk about it. If you haven't seen that show, don't watch it. You'll get nightmares. But there's just, oh God, there's like an episode about someone's hair being shaved from their armpits or something. So the more that I think about it, maybe all shows are a weird reflection of the generation that they're built around. They're all kind of messed up. They're all scary. If you haven't seen these shows yourself, maybe you should check them out and just at least appreciate the imagination and engineering that went into them, because they did open doors for new, weird, creative concepts that, you know, shaped our generations. I don't know if our parents are okay. I don't know if our grandparents are okay. I know for a fact the people that made these shows, they're probably not okay. Share with me down below, what's your favorite show, your favorite cartoon? What did you grow up with, and what are you watching right now? Because I am really curious. I still think Avatar: The Last Airbender might be the greatest show of all time, closely followed by Adventure Time, but maybe I'm wrong. Let me know. Maybe my shows I watch make me a little bit crazier.